I'm Chelsea Zaccato.
And I'm Natalie Heacock.
And this is Lumber Slingers.
Each podcast, we will be bringing you relevant and useful industry information, including interviews with top lumber professionals and discussion of current events in the industry.
Whether it be lumber grading, industry and market trends, or who's who in lumber, we hope to extend your current tally on industry knowledge.
Ooh, we back. Who dat? Who dat?
To school.
Oh, we are back to school. It's so sad.
Need to show my
just
dad that I'm not
It's like here in Portland, it's like all of a sudden summer ended because it's dumping rain outside my window. And
Crazy.
It's been so hot. Has to be the first rain, right?
I think so. It's the first big rain.
Yeah, so be careful, everybody. Watch out.
Those roads are slick with oil.
They are. Slide.
First rain of the season. Wow, don't we sound old?
We're old. Yeah, we're old. How are you doing, Trent?
Good. I mean, I catch myself sounding old all the time where I'm just like, when I was your age, like, it's just like so many things. I'm like, oh, now I get why people would always say that, like, it's just like, because when you get older, you have such a different viewpoint and things change so dramatically. Like, I complain about so much stuff now. It's pretty sad. So, but I mean, at least I have a lot of gray hair, so it makes sense. Like I look the part, so it's fair. Like I look at that old man.
You're allowed to act old because you have gray hair. That's what you're saying?
Oh, I can do. And cut my hair the other day because she started cutting over COVID. And then I'm just like, we're saving this money every time. My hair. I don't care what my hair looks like. I'm married. I don't really. I just have to. As long as she thinks I'm moderately attractive, that's all that matters, right? And so like she was cutting off, and I was just like, "There's no more brown hair." And she literally goes, "What color was your hair?" I'm like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? Seriously? That was seriously?" And it was a serious question. I was like, "It was brown, bud. It was brown. It was not anymore. It was." So I'm old.
Huh?
Yes, very old.
We're aging gracefully, if you will, Trent.
I'm not graceful at all. I've gotten gray hair and fat, so there's nothing graceful about this. Nothing graceful over here. I'm going full heel.
You're too hard on yourself.
Yeah, you are.
But I mean, it's hard not to when, I feel like I'm just like, I'm sure you can both relate to this. It's like, especially with, like you said, school starting back, just going 100 miles an hour. Quinn's in so many activities. She's doing baseball. She's the only girl in her league, which is awesome, I think. She's doing jujitsu, gymnastics, swim, and she has an art class. Like every day, it's just like, huh. And I was super not smart and decided I was going to coach her baseball team too, because I was like, I want to be involved. And, this is the one chance I could do it. And I didn't realize that like coaches actually know what they're doing now. I was like, I can help them throw and hit. Like the kids know how to play already. And like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, like these coaches are doing like drills with them that like I am so over my head. And so is Quinn. We're both just sitting there like, what did we get ourselves into? Oh, she's doing good. She got a hit at practice yesterday and made contact in the game. So I'm proud of her. She's doing good.
Aw, that's awesome.
Good job. Way to go, Quinn.
Yeah, we've really cut back one activity per kid per season.
Yep.
Wow, I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Still a lot,
Yeah.
though. That's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Yeah.
Still 3 kids doing 3 things.
Yep.
But, and they get like way more intense now because Henry's doing football. Chelsea's heard me talk about this a million times, but it's 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Like, how could you do anything else? You cannot. That is what you do.
Can't.
You are football.
You are football. Travis Kelce was not built in a day.
You know? Was
You-
not.
What
have to
position
go
does he
through
play?
this.
What position does he play?
He's playing right guard. I know
Okay.
that because I know football.
This is a sports podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, actually sports now. He has his first game on Saturday, and I am extremely terrified. So,
Is this his first game ever?
yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to attend.
Ever.
Hank's playing some football.
Hank the Tank in right center. That's what I said? Right guard. Sorry, right guard.
Tomorrow already.
I know.
Yep.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Should we drink?
I know. I wish they allowed alcohol on the campus. We
They
would
don't
never.
need to know it's in a sippy cup.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
they're
but
not
now
that.
that I'm saying this publicly on a podcast, I guess we can.
Well, we could meet beforehand and have a couple drinks.
We can
Yes.
warm up.
Warm up.
Let's do
Put
that.
it in a bottle that no one knows, though, like you were saying. So, and I'll tell you what, the one thing that'll make you get over your fear real quick, at least in my opinion, from me being around my nephew in football, is once you start seeing like the other kids playing and then like either hitting your kid or hitting your friends' kids, you get into it real quick and you get over that and you're just like, don't you hit my kid. Don't you hit my friends. No, my
Can't.
kids. No, no. And then you start cheering real hard. Like it's easy to flip that switch because you get very defensive when you're cheering, if that makes sense. So you kind of stop focusing on the injury and you're more just like, hey, no, give it back to them. So at least that's what I saw all the parents do because they had the same concern. So I think
Oh
that
my gosh.
for the game, you'll be fine.
Well, in exciting news, I did order the cutest cheetah print bleacher chair. Very excited about it.
You have to like savor the good parts.
Yes. And I was thinking like, okay, is this too far? I was kind of thinking about ordering a football Stanley.
No, I don't think that's too far.
I don't.
I'm going to.
You should.
You just wait. Like my sister and her friends make cowbells with the logos like cricketed on them, and they shake. It's
Good idea.
you haven't seen too far. Like that's like you're not going far enough already. Like you're just barely starting right there. So yeah, you are clear. Just yeah. The end
We
of the
do need some
season, you're
cowbells. We need
like
some cowbells.
saying on to the podcast and stuff. Like it's gonna be you have like a tattoo on your arm, be like his number on. It's gonna be pretty. Not hopefully you don't have a tattoo. But
Am I going to go like crazy?
Is he
Yes.
number 13? Did he get to pick his number?
No, he didn't get a pick. He's
Oh,
Makes
that's a
sense.
good number.
99.
99, baby.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I will-
cool.
I'm a
We're
football
excited to
mom
hear
now.
it. Yeah,
Anyways.
you're a football mom. Move over, soccer moms. We've got a football
Yeah.
mom on campus.
Boom.
Anyways,
Well,
sorry to
good
take
luck
up
on
all of our time
Saturday.
talking about football.
Hopefully, it's a win. So good luck to him and the team.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll advise next week when I actually am not going to be on this podcast, but I'll text Chelsea to advise on the podcast. I will be in Vermont. I'll be in Vermont.
Yeah, Nat is actually going to attend that NALA regional meeting, which is awesome. It's a good
am.
segue into some lumber stuff. So
Very
you'll
nice.
have to let us know how that event goes. I've never
Yes.
been to the Northeast Regional, so
I have
Looking
only
forward to
ever
hearing
been to
about it.
Portland, so this will be my first time branching out.
Isn't it by Burlington in Vermont? Because I feel like it was right in that area up there.
the NALA meeting it's in Stowe, Vermont.
Stowe.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. I love Burlington. One of my favorite places in America.
I
Quaint
love that.
little
It's
cute city.
super cool.
It is.
It's so
it
pretty.
is.
It's
Compared
so
to
pretty.
like Illinois, you look around, you're like, I mean, you guys have beautiful, forest around you, but like when I went up there, it was like my first time, like kind of being in like a, terrain like that. When I was older, I was like, oh my gosh, people can live in this kind of an area. It's not flat with cornfields. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Nat's going during prime peeping season, I think.
I think
Leaf
I might be
peeper.
a little bit early.
Too early. Dang.
Might be a little bit early. We'll see.
Leaf peepers.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole industry, tourism industry, Trent. And also controversy because they just run amok over these towns, taking Instagram-worthy pictures in front of the leaves. Look it up. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Well,
And actually,
tourism,
people
though, it's
like
good. Just
people like
trying to bear it.
barricade their streets down so people can't come take Instagram photos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's a whole thing. So we learned about it one time. Anyway, what's going on in the lumber world?
Oh, I mean, as we had mentioned last time after our little, previous hiatus, now with the other little mini hiatus, it's just, I mean, we may take pauses, but the industry sure doesn't. So, I mean, it's just been a lot going on. I mean, the big news that came out this week, the biggest one I would say, at least consequentially, monetarily wise, is Home Depot completing their acquisition of GMS through SRS. So I mean, that was worth, was it $5.5 billion? So not much. Sarcasm. So that been announced. I believe it was in June, at the end of June. So I mean, it went through and got done real quick. I mean, there's some updates along the way, but yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, Home Depot's made some big plays, with SRS and GMS this year. So I mean, they're really starting to, find
have.
a new, yeah, it's just bonkers.
Wow. Big moves.
Big moves.
Yeah, and another real quick acquisition that just is hot off the press is Whitecap, another person we always like, we bring up pretty regularly. They just announced that they had made 2 acquisitions. One is Reinforcing Steel Supply, who is, I believe, headquartered in Austin, Texas, if I remember. And then another one, which is Stewart Building Products in Florida. And I want to say it's Pompano Bay, Pompano Beach, Florida is where it's headquartered at. So they announced both of them at the same time, which is interesting for them because a lot of times, they'll space them out. So they must have literally both just closed. I don't believe they gave a date of actual closure, but another couple of ones that are, relevant, I think, to the industry as well, because, I'm sure a lot of our listeners deal with them, especially Stewart. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you keep seeing some of this consolidation by some of these bigger people, but I will say overall, in that aspect, some of it slowed down. Like I haven't seen USLBM in the news for a little while. As I say this now, they're probably going to go crazy in the fall.
Right.
Now, one thing that I thought that was interesting that came out yesterday, I think it was late yesterday. No, maybe it was early yesterday. Is Interfor, with their curtailments across North America. They announced that they were going to be reducing its lumber production by 145 million board feet between September and December this year, which is about 12% of its normal operating stance. Big positive, I would say, across the board, the fact that it's just curtailment, it's not closure. So I think that's as sad as it is to hear this, I mean, it's less sad, in my opinion, you correct me if I'm wrong, than, them being like, we're closing XYZ or closing XYZ, which we haven't seen as much of, thank goodness, knock on wood, recently.
Yeah, we had a little break. Did you see that lumber futures automatically popped up when Interfor announced that?
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, what, it's like a 12% curtailment
Yeah.
and futures popped up like 20%. No, that doesn't sound right. It was like 20% and 12%. I can't remember which way.
Okay.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I mean, it shows how, you make these things like this happen. It can move the markets, that's.
Yeah. Well,
That's why
I
the
sent
SEC exists. You know what I mean?
I sent Natalie this. I saw a comment on LinkedIn from Matt Lehman. He has a Lehman's lumber guide. Say that 5 times. But he basically was talking about that there's a wall of wood out there that he thinks exists, and lumber inventory has been shuffled around through vendor managed inventory, and that's going to have a huge effect on what's happening right now, and potentially why Interfor is curtailing, just because the demand simply isn't there right now. So I don't know. I mean, I also think it's funny. I was on a meeting yesterday with a couple people in the industry who were saying that you could go visit one customer in the same city, but they're like 20 minutes apart, and they have very different outlooks on what the market is doing. He said he visited one customer who was just, it's really doom and gloom, and they sell the same products. And the other customer that he visited was so optimistic, and they were celebrating like somebody's work anniversary that day, and they had just this like extremely positive outlook on the lumber industry and where it is right now, and versus the other who were just kind of like, well, I don't know, live to see another day, we'll see. So I think that it's interesting when you hear curtailments, we've heard them so frequently, especially while doing this show, right? We hear about them often, but what is going on? It does seem very stagnant right now. Lumber prices are stronger than they were a year ago. So I don't know. That's maybe not like, it's not as bad as it could be, but what is going to happen here in the final quarter of the year? I'll be interested to see.
That brings up a good point, that whenever I feel this way, I often think of Katy Perry.
You're a
It's up,
firework?
then it's down. It's in, then it's out.
You're wrong, then you're
We
right.
haven't had a good Katy Perry reference for a while, to be fair. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're right. It's being in lumber is never easy. And I think it takes, you have to be so engaged in the market and like love what you're doing, because it can be discouraging at times. Believe me, it can be discouraging for years at a time. And then when it's fun, it's really fun. So, I listened to a podcast that was talking about, the rule of threes, where it's a third, a third, a third in your lifetime. And like a third of it is like you're in the zone, you're excited, like things are going really well, you're like successful. The other third, like it's so, and then a third of it is hard. And so with lumber, it's like that. It's like the third of it is you're on a high, you're riding the roller coaster. A third of it is okay, we're stagnant, we're here. The other third, oh my gosh, like, are all the mills closing? Can I pay
Yeah.
my employees? So it's a wild ride, but that's that's a lumber business, baby.
That's the lumber business for you.
No, exactly. I couldn't have said it better. I don't have anything to add. That was awesome. No, you're right
Any
on.
better than Katy Perry or Chelsea's podcast?
Chelsea. Katy Perry, though, I mean, she's just perpetually filled with wisdom, though. I think we know that as well. So
She
I
is.
do know that.
they're
She
almost
truly
one and the same
is.
about it. It's pretty amazing.
Someday we'll have her on this podcast, manifesting that right now. Yeah, I just want her to sing that song on here, and then we could record it, and it would be our audio, and then we could play it whenever we wanted.
I think those are two separate things. You have a better chance of probably getting her on like podcasts than getting her and singing on the podcast would be my guess. But yeah, you never know. I mean, let's make things happen, right?
Crazy things can happen.
Crazy things could happen. I mean, she's literally dating Justin Trudeau and has been to outer space. So why not come on Lumber Slingers? Like,
It's
what
a
gives?
natural progression. It really
A
is.
natural progression.
Okay, I know we're talking about lumber right now, but just really quick. Did you see that this is unconfirmed. I did not dig deeper, but I saw yesterday that Sydney Sweeney is dating Scooter Braun. No.
What?
Am I supposed to know who he is? Should I know who that guy is? I don't know who that guy is.
If you love Taylor Swift, you should.
If you were a Swiftie, you wouldn't
That's
have
where I've
any
heard that
idea.
name before. Okay, Anne's mentioned this in passing before. So, is he the one who helps her write or something like that?
God, no. No, he just rips her off.
He
Why do I
was
know
the problem with her masters. He was the one. He was the original
Evil
bad guy.
Okay.
He purchased her masters from Big Machine. And then basically from there on, it was war, baby.
All right.
But now we've moved on. She bought him back. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, how about that lumber?
Yeah. So Scooter, who is the Scooter Braun of lumber? No, just kidding.
Well, the opposite of that, I would say the opposite of that, at least announcement wise recently, would be Hood Industries, because they're actually investing more into the industry and into themselves. And they announced a $245 million upgrade into their existing facility in Waynesboro, Mississippi. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, obviously,
It's a big deal.
Yeah, when you see curtailments, I think it's fun to kind of even it out with some,
Good
expansions
news.
because, it gives you, it shows you it's not all doom and gloom, like they may say. I think that for all the negativity that can be out there, you could also, turn that front upside down and see there's a lot of positive stuff. It just depends on, how you're looking at it overall.
Exactly.
It's crazy. $245 million upgrade.
Yeah,
and
I think if I remember,
how they said major modernization. I think that's such a good way to put it in lumber because people get really scared when you're talking about like investment into technology and AI, and they're just saying we're modernizing. Like, hello, what is the new modern? That's a great way to put it. Like, note to self.
Right.
Also, are we going to talk about the Brightwood president retiring? Because the beginning sentence of the press release, it's with mixed feelings. I've never seen them say that. Like, what does that mean? Like, let's just peel the layers back on that with mixed feelings. Like, we're happy and sad.
Like, they're sad that he's leaving. They like him so much. That's how I read it.
That's how
they like him so much they don't want him to go.
Yep, that's what I thought.
30 years, man.
That he's been in there. He's just, he's been. This is Dale Stovall, the president. He's retiring. He's been there for 30 years. So how I took it was just sort of like, yeah, you need to leave so you can have some personal time. We don't want you to leave because it's gonna stink. It's not gonna be the same without you here. Which I think a lot of us can empathize with that thought process. I think all of us have worked at some place where there's been someone that you just almost take for granted they're around for so long, and then all of a sudden, they've been like either a mentor to you or other people, and then all of a sudden, like one day they're gone. And I mean, things move on, but it's just, yeah, it's just
never
weird,
the same.
for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you're happy for them because you love them so much. It's
Yeah.
like, you deserve to enjoy this time, but, like, don't go.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
I think we've had a
bittersweet.
few of those at Patrick even. It's like, it's your time to all the hard work you've had over your entire career to just enjoy, but, like, things have changed a lot. It changes a lot when they leave. It closes the chapter, so
Mm-hmm.
congrats to
Exactly.
him, though. So I'm sure he won't be very far away.
No.
I'm sure he'll
There.
stop in.
Yeah, I should know that Kevin Stovall, who was there, said they're long-term chairman and VP of material procurement. He's succeeding Dallas as president as well. So, and Dallas is staying on with as chairman of the board going forward. So he's still going to be involved. It's probably more at, for like a better way to say, like arm's length as opposed to necessarily day to day everything like that. So, I mean, you know how it is. People when they're in these companies for so long and it becomes everyday life, it's hard to step away completely. So I think that kind of you
Right.
get your cake and eat it too that way, which is nice for everyone. You still have that, security by people. You don't see them necessarily every day, but if there's ever anything you need, you can always reach out, which probably goes even if they retire fully. But I think
Yeah.
it's like a security blanket almost.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Then to shifting to some other interests, I thought that this headline kind of made me giggle a little bit. The Freddie Mac, is so dramatic. Mortgage rates tumble. It's showing the 30-year fixed rate is at 6.5%.
Oh,
It, I mean, they
Tumble.
were down, but I mean, week it was 6.56. And a year ago it was at 6.35. So I just thought the tumble was this. It was a very
funny
like
word to use.
dramatic. It was kinda dramatic, but, I mean, it's good, but when I saw that at first, I was like, "How far did they go?" And it was like, "Well,"
Where did they
like, what are they
tumble?
gonna it's like, what are they gonna do if they go down to, like, it's like 6.25 next week? What are they gonna say? It's just like, where do you go from
Stairs.
tumble?
Mortgage rates fall down the stairs too.
Plummet.
6.25.
It's like, "Okay." So I thought that was pretty funny. And then with mortgage applications, they decreased by 1.2% from the week before, which, like we spoke about before, sometimes, you see these huge swings, other ones kind of small. From history, from what I recall of reading this, like smaller moves are more normal across the board. Sometimes we've seen that 10, 15%. You're like, what in the tarnation is happening here? And like, I don't think that's very normal. So this is kind of, there. Now, with the mortgage rates tumbling, who knows next week, though? All right. I mean, wow, it could be just crazy. So, um, and then finally, with the Madison's Price Index for the week ending August 29th, prices are at 503, which is down 6% or $33 from the previous week, which was at 536. A month ago it was at 567, so down a decent amount, but like Nat had mentioned, it'll be interesting to see what they're at the end of this week with, the curtailment stuff like that. I mean, you could see a complete opposite reverse around.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens on September 17th with this interest rate convo.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's going to happen, Nat?
I think they're probably going to go down.
You don't think, or you do?
I do. Just a quarter, probably. I think there's just so much pressure on it. I know they're supposed to be independent, but they're quickly losing their independence.
That's a whole nother podcast. I think we could
That
talk
is a whole
about
other podcast. Yes. Well, it's nice to be back, guys.
that.
Yeah.
I know.
It's good to
And
be
I won't be
back.
here next week, but Chelsea and Trent will carry on the torch and onward we go.
Onward
Boom.
and upward. Can't wait. Can't wait
I'll
for
tell you
Right.
about
what if Katy Perry contacts us and is like, I'll be on next week. Would you come back early for it?
I'll be up on Friday.
I would cancel my flight back from Vermont in a second.
That's hilarious.
Check it.
It's not even that she's like my favorite. It's just that she's iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's a good way to put it.
Well, on that note, toodaloo.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good one.